You good now?
Okay. Beautiful.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Troy Rawlings here, and welcome to another exciting episode of Meetha. I don't know if this is going to be a hotter than July R&B month type vintage, real artist type. I don't know what it's going to do. But I'm blessed to have my brother here with me. I caught up to him. And you said the one and only platinum selling artist, Grammy Award winning artist, songwriter, producer. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. And I got to give you, I love catching people when he's home. Usually he's in the studio. I caught him home. So my man, Steven Russell Harts. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, bro? Good to have you. Good to be here, Troy.
Right. That's no, very much good to be here. Good to be here. I'm get right to it. First off, thank you, brother. And which is crazy is that, like I said, we're getting deep into these episodes, and I think I touched base with you a while ago and said I wanted you on. But since I've been in Los Angeles, 2008, you have continuously supported me. One of the most humble brothers I know, one of the most talented brothers I know. Not only supporting me coming on my original radio show when I got here with me, Coco Brown, and my man Demaine. But also when I got my first development deal, I remember when we did Gardenia, Steve performed on my first development piece with Chris Wilson and the folks from How Do I Look? And so you've always been supportive of me, brother. I thank you so much.
You're welcome, man.
Even though I think I think he's from the East Coast. If you don't know who we're talking to, because I didn't mention it in the beginning, Stephen Russell, front man for the group Truth, and songwriter. I just told you recently I saw the Unsung, which y'all had one of the calmer Unsungs. But what is it about R&B groups? The main thing, we kind of touched on it. What's the main thing you think the reason that most groups have a hard time staying together for extended amounts of time?
Well, it's a few dynamics. Initially it's always members of the group see other members in the group shine, and they notice that more than their own shine, and that usually causes a distraction. Then usually it's some contractual stuff that when you're first starting out, you're very excited to sign, but once you're working your ass off and you realize you're in a contract that means this, or that kind of messed stuff up. And then it's just growing apart, man. When you first get in the group, you don't mind that those other guys are writing all the songs, but once you see that they're making checks from that, now all of a sudden you want to be a songwriter, whether you're a songwriter or not. You get what I'm saying? So it's all kind of dynamics, man. Most of the times, the members of the group forget the position that they play, and that destroys the group.
And that's a big. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm thinking of we all love the movie. Some people still think the Five Heartbeats are a real group, but right. We all love the movie The Five Heartbeats. But what's funny, I remember when I first saw the Temptations documentary, I was like, man, this makes the Five Heartbeats look like a Disney movie. And this is a real story. Man. So think about people back in the day, like Smokey Robinson's position with Motown. Why so many of our groups continue to, and no offense, because we'll talk to a lot of our older artists and I'm gonna get some details from them as well. Some of them, it's not that they just love to do it, they have to do it.
You have to.
Because if they didn't get into the information, one thing I like and I know about your history is that you were kind of an R&B brat. So let's go back. Yeah. Where are you originally from?
I was born in Hartford, Connecticut. Grew up in Pasadena, California. Amarillo, Texas, California, then finally California. So I grew up Pasadena, California. Pasadena native.
So you're in Pasadena, you're the kid in school who are your main influences in music? When did you know that you really loved entertainment? Was it dancing and music together, or were you dancing first, or how did it come about?
Well, I was a dancer first. I was a dancer first from a little kid, man. I used to go to Texas in the summertime. And when I was young, man, 12, 11, 12, and I had a partner that was like 19, and we used to dance at clubs and stuff. So I was always dancing, and I've been into music my entire life. My mom, that's all she ever did was play music and introduce me to music and different artists. So I've always been influenced